This is your WLAK Daily News Roundup for Lake Air, 107.5 FM and 1260 AM in Amory.
Civic Media News. I'm Terry Bell. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Vice President Kamala Harris has a slight polling edge over Donald Trump in Wisconsin and other key battleground states. ABC News reports if Harris wins Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, that should clinch a victory. She's expected to campaign in Wisconsin on Wednesday. The fate of billions of dollars from Washington to Wisconsin are at stake as voters decide whether to amend the state constitution on the 13th. Jason Stein is president of the Wisconsin Policy Forum.
It touches every aspect of our lives, from our roads to our social services to education. And this would have far-reaching and far-lasting effects.
Stein spoke at WISN TV's Up Front. A no vote would keep the power over spending federal money in Wisconsin with the governor. A yes vote would give that power to the legislature. The lawyer for Devontae Mitchell's family says an autopsy shows he died at the hands of 4 hotel employees in downtown Milwaukee June 30th. Police recommend felony murder charges, but prosecutors have said they needed the autopsy results first. Violent crime trends are going down in Milwaukee. The same is true nationwide. Advocates say the trends are encouraging, but the data is limited.
Homicide is influenced by a lot of local factors. In fact, we know that most violence can be isolated to specific neighborhoods within a city, so that it's essential for leaders to take time to analyze and fully understand local crime patterns while having a view towards more national trends.
Ernesto Lopez is with the Council on Criminal Justice. Wisconsin's apprenticeship programs are getting a $1 million boost. The Department of Workforce Development says the grant will help increase Wisconsin's connection to the national apprenticeship system, strengthen the workforce, and position the economy for success. Wisconsin has started its first home energy rebates program. Wisconsin is also the first state in the nation to launch the program's home efficiency portion. The measures will save American households up to $1 billion in energy costs each year, as well as boost construction and manufacturing jobs. I'm Terry Bell, Civic Media News. Now here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WLAK News, I'm James Kelly. A downtown Duluth hotel has been listed for sale. According to a Northern News Now report, the Radisson Hotel on West Superior Street was listed with an offering price of nearly $16 million on Friday. The 16-story building is a prominent part of the city's skyline, originally built in 1970 and last renovated in 2013. The hotel also has a local favorite restaurant called Harbor 360 on the top floor. The building features almost 200 guest rooms in addition to 6 event spaces that cover nearly 9,000 square feet. Rice Lake native Kenny Bednarik raced in the 100-meter dash at the Paris Olympics over the weekend, falling short of coming away with his first medal in the event. Bednarik finished 7th with a time of 9.88 seconds on Sunday, with USA teammates Noah Lyles and Fred Curley coming away with the gold and bronze, respectively. Bednarik is scheduled to race in the first round of the 200-meter dash on Monday. He took the silver medal in the event during the 2020 Olympic Games. A formerly empty downtown Hayward parking lot has been transformed into a hub for community gathering. According to a Northern News Now report, the parking lot on the corner of Kansas Avenue and West 3rd Street is now filled with vendors, food trucks, and even live music after its purchase by a local business owner. The former parking lot is now known as The Lot, and owner Ariana Johnson says she's hoping it will give new local businesses a place to get on their feet and serve as a relaxed spot for the community to gather. FEMA housing inspectors arrived in St. Louis County over the weekend to begin assessing the needs of area residents following the extensive floods earlier this year. According to county officials, the flooding over the month of June qualified as a presidentially declared disaster, meaning county residents will have access to federal assistance for things like temporary housing, repairs, and loans to cover uninsured property loss. Residents can still be added to the list for FEMA inspections at disasterassistance.gov. Duluth and Superior commuters may see some more travel delays on the Bong Bridge. According to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, engineers will be inspecting the bridge's arch span from Monday to Thursday between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. On Monday and Tuesday, the bridge will have right lane and shoulder closures in both directions. On Wednesday, only the eastbound right lane and shoulder will see a closure. There will be no closures on Thursday unless weather conditions force crews to postpone one of the other inspections. City of Duluth officials say they're looking for the next generation of election judges to ensure their elections continue to be held smoothly and securely. According to a Northern News Now report, city officials say they have plenty of election judges right now with around 300 to 400 for 35 polling locations, but they're looking to get younger generations involved to maintain that number long term. Election judges help to pass out ballots and address technical issues, and the city offers training for the new volunteers. The Lake Superior Zoo has a couple of new additions that may look like average household pets, but are really some of the most effective hunters in the world. According to a Northern News Now report, the Lake Superior Zoo took in 2 male sand cats on Thursday, a species native to the Sahara Desert, Arabian Peninsula, and Central Asia. Visitors can see the new cats at the Griggs Learning Center. The desert cats primarily eat small rodents and even venomous snakes, and they can survive for weeks without drinking water. Plans for a new youth recreational center in Duluth are in the works. According to a Northern News Now report, Mayor Roger Reinert and Duluth Public Schools Superintendent John Magus discussed the plans for the 30,000-square-foot rec center this week. The plans have been in development since 2014, and the current design would include a double gymnasium and space for other recreational activities like art. It would be located in Memorial Park if the city can begin construction as planned in the next couple of years. And that's what you need to know. For WLAK News, I'm James Kelly.
The Brewers lose in Washington. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Nationals jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Milwaukee scored 3 in the 8th, and that was it. The Brewers lose to the Nationals 4-3 on Sunday. Manager Pat Murphy questioned on whether he pulled starter Tobias Myers too soon after just 64 pitches, replaced by Hobie Milner, who gave up 3 runs.
I thought we pitched okay. Tobias was not his best, but he was good. And we had a full bullpen. Hobie's been unbelievable for us, and he had some unfortunate luck. I thought everybody else pitched really well.
NFL, the Packers have signed another place kicker. Jonathan Garibay played in the UFL last season, only missing 1 kick. 2 years ago, he kicked a game-winning field goal for the Dallas Cowboys from 62 yards away. The Badgers held a live tackling session in camp over the weekend.
You guys have to be able to see if they can make some plays. So we challenged ourselves today a little bit going live. There's probably 75 snaps of live ball today.
That's Badgers head coach Luke Fickell. Practices continue this week at the UW-Platteville campus. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. There is bad news for American football fans. A judge has overturned the $4.7 billion verdict in a class action lawsuit against the NFL due to flawed witness testimony. Just a quick heads up, that will probably be the only NFL news you hear moving forward that doesn't involve Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It's a brand new season. Touchy McGee is back in the news. Nope, not Kevin Spacey, Cuba Gooding Jr. He's trying to refurbish his person after many sexual assault allegations, one of which he shares with Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs III. During an appearance on News Nation, the Oscar winner promoted his new faith-based film, The Firing Squad, which also stars Kevin Sorbo, and told host Dan Abrams he's rediscovered his Christian faith. Abrams asked Cuba if he's expressed regrets and sorrow for his actions. Gooding said it's made him a better person. See, folks, that's why he fondles other people inappropriately, to be better. Most people just deliver Meals on Wheels. People worldwide are watching more color television than ever. Netflix, for the first time ever, reported that all 10 of their top shows pulled in over 1 billion minutes viewed. Variety reports that during the week of July 1st, streaming platforms recorded over 313 billion viewing minutes over various platforms. That is the most streaming consumption ever for a single week. The Nielsen Company started its top 10 list in 2020. Fans of Britney Spears have a new biopic to look forward to. People magazine reports the film will be based on her 2023 memoir called The Woman in Me. You remember that book that came out where Spears looks surprised that she's topless on the cover? That's sneaky photog. The film will be produced by Mark Platt, who also produced La La Land. Variety reported that Universal won the rights to the film project and has access to Spears' entire music catalog. Hopefully, they won't use it in the movie. R-rated comedies might be coming back, according to Vince Vaughn. When asked why they went away in the first place, Vaughn told host Sean Evans of the Hot Ones podcast that he thinks Hollywood executives overthink things, opting to stick with more formulaic storylines so they don't get fired, and as a result, the comedy is watered down and vanilla. The Swinger star said he thinks that people want to laugh and want to see the envelope pushed. He made the prediction we will see more R-rated comedies like Wedding Crashers and Old Schools sooner rather than later. Let's hope so. Speaking of Vaughn, a cast is being put together for one of his new projects. Vaughn is set to star opposite James Marsden in the film Mike and Nick and Alice. Deadline reports the script is a buddy action film set in the underworld. Not that it necessarily means the film will be great, but it took a bidding war for 20th Century Fox to land the project. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 7 to 9 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms with locally heavy rain possible today and tonight. We're talking 1 to 2 inches or more of rain by the time everything winds down late tonight. High today, 67, 55 tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 76. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Right now, it's 64.
That's your WLAK Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at lakeair.radio.